Hi, I'm Donna Miller with Miller Crafts. I'm going to show you how to make a Halloween card that glows in the dark. So I hope that you like this video. If you're new to the channel, please click and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notified of future videos. I'm using Miss Sparkle and Company stamps. This is a spiderweb background that I got from Joann's, and I'm using glow-in-the-dark embossing powder that I found from A.C. Moore. I'm using a powder tool to cover my entire paper for my background. I'm using a Versamark ink. This is an ink that you use for embossing powder. You want to go back and forth multiple times across your stamp since this is such a large background stamp. When you go to press down, take your time and try to really hit all of the spots evenly. If you make a mistake and you're using a stamping platform, you could just go back on your mistake. Then immediately you want to pour your embossing powder over your entire image, making sure that you cover every part of it. And then I like to tap off the excess. Be sure you save your extra embossing powder by pouring it back into the jar. I like to run my heat tool for several minutes before I bring it to my project to make sure that it's heated up. And then I always start with heating the bottom first, and then I heat the top. And you can see if you do it that way, this will go very quickly, and it should only take a few minutes for the embossing powder to melt. And wow, you can really see the shine on that. Now you want to wipe off your stamp and reline it back up, and you're going to repeat the process that we just completed. When you do this, unfortunately, you will always have a little bit of a gap where the two stamps meet. But as you can see here, it's very shiny and it's really hard to notice because this is such a busy background. I cut this Beware image out on Cricut vinyl. I got that from Miss Kate Cuttables. And we're using rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip, and I'm rubbing that across my image. Turn the Q-tip over to dry this. This is my secret tool for getting the oils off of your hands. Then go ahead and put your transfer tape across your image. I'm using the scraper tool made by Tim Holtz to press the transfer tape onto my image. And then you want to flip this over and remove the backing away from the image. I usually get the best results if I do it this way. Then you want to line up your image onto the paper and press it down. Use the scraper tool to get a good adhesion on there. And then when you go to release your transfer tape, you want to keep it as close to the paper as you can. If you see pieces lift up, just go back with the scraper tool and press down on it again until you get your image on your paper. Our spider is coming from Miss Kate Cuttables. I have him on foam tape, so we'll go ahead and remove the foam tape and line him up above the Beware sign. I'm using art glitter glue to glue my card front onto a gray mat. I like using art glitter glue because if I don't get it in the right spot, I have a few seconds of wiggle room where I can readjust as needed. I'm using this Recollection stamp set for the inside of my card, and you can find that stamp set on my blog. I like using this grid that I made to line up and center my stamps with. We're going to use VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that stamp onto our card inside. And I like using the Tim Holtz stamping platform so I can re-stamp twice if I want to. Lawn Fawn makes this really neat stamp set that focuses on glowing in the dark so that your recipient knows that your card glows in the dark and they should turn the lights out. So I'm using my grid to line up my stamps again, and I found that this is the cheapest way to get things centered. So I'm just going to use my black onyx ink again and stamp that up so our recipient knows they need to turn out the lights when they get this card. I'm using this other stamp set that I got from Recollections. That's also a Michaels brand. And I'm picking off the spiders off of that stamp set just to add a little bit more spookiness to the background. So I'm picking that up on my lid, and I'm going to use VersaFine Black Onyx ink because that one is my favorite black ink. As I press down on there and lift up, you can see that the one spider on the top didn't get a solid body. So I love the Tim Holtz stamp platform because you can stamp in the same spot and get the image perfect. I'm using this extra fine point pen from Cricut to go over my pencil drawings that I made on here. I like to draw in the pencil first and then go over it with a dark pen to help reduce the amount of mistakes that you might make. And then I'll go through with an eraser and I'll erase any of the pencil markings that is showing. And I think this really helps my card stand out. So I'm going to use art glitter glue and glue my card front to my card base. And I really like this card. I think it's pretty spooky, especially if you're not a big fan of spiders. So you can see the spider web and how it shimmers and shines. And then I love the way that inside looks. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like with the lights out. So you can see all the glow on here. And I think it just makes this to be a neat card. So if you like this video, please click and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notified of future videos.